Hey everyone, it's Cece from One Green Pea. Today I want to talk to you about gifts for the plant lover in your life. So the most obvious gift for a plant lover would be a plant, right? We really need to have a little bit of caution about that. Suppose your giftee is someone who has a lot of plant experience or a big plant collection. You may not be exactly sure what they have or what they want in their collection. So I would maybe steer away from giving that person a plant. Now, a plant newbie, that's a lot of fun. And I have some plant suggestions. A pothos is one of my #1 suggestions for a plant newbie. It's really easy to grow and it's a lot of fun because you can learn about propagating and it's just a happy, pretty plant. Another great one for a newbie would be a spider plant. Super easy and grows pretty quickly. A plant I would definitely avoid, a plant group I would avoid, would be ferns. Stay away from ferns. And also stay away from calatheas. Anything that's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of know-how, steer clear. You want your plant newbie friend to have a great first experience. Pretty much anyone is going to appreciate a cutting from your own collection. So even if it is a person with a large number of plants, they're still going to appreciate something that you have cut and taken from your own plant. For instance, this sweet little peperomia cutting in a glass jar with a ribbon makes a lovely gift. If it's for a plant newbie, include directions on what to do when the plant has roots. Another idea would be to just pot up a little plant like this sweet little spider plant in this little terracotta pot is actually paintable. So you could paint a little design on it, put their name on it, personalize it in some way. Really a sweet gift. Okay, let's think beyond the plant to the pot. Now, if you know your gift recipient's aesthetic, then it could be fun to buy them a pot, maybe that matches their aesthetic, that's sort of fancy, maybe a local artist has made. Another idea would be a way to display an air plant, for instance. This was a quick little DIY that I did. It's just a glass globe and I created a little green scene inside and put an air plant in. So there's one idea. Another one is this here, another little DIY. And so I just found a little local rock, wrapped some copper wire around it, and an air plant fits right there inside. My daughter made a fun project just the other night, pot jewelry. So she took some copper wire again, wrapped it around in a fun little pattern, and then put beads on it. It's all one piece, so easy to put on, take off of your pot. So another fun idea, DIY is just a really great way to gift. You don't ever have to worry about whether a plant lover is going to appreciate something upcycled or DIY, because plant lovers love the environment, right? We surround ourselves with it. Okay, 2 more quick ideas as far as the pot or plant display goes. You could always do something in terms of a pretty way to hang your plants. This one my daughter actually made, again, just using leather straps. I'll give you a close-up of that. And another way to get the plants up off of the ground would be like a wooden, just a really fun, interesting, simple wooden plant display. Now, this one was really simple and I got it on Amazon, but I found some really cute options on Etsy and I'll put a link in the show notes. In fact, just so you know, I'm putting a link to all of these things in the show notes so you don't have to take notes. Okay, let's move on to gadgets, I suppose. I have talked before about my very favorite clippers, and they are by Corona. I have several sizes. These are a little bit longer snips, and then shorter ones are nice too because you can get in a little bit closer for all the trimming and things like that that you need to do with your plants. Obviously, a nice watering can is wonderful. This one I particularly like because of the really long spout, so I can get right into where I want to water and not pour water over the whole plant. I have my eye on a larger one, and again, I'll put a link in the show notes for that. I've also talked before about my water meter, which I have absolutely come to love. So you put the moisture meter in the plant, and it tells you on the dial if the plant is dry or moist or wet. And so you know whether or not to water. Super helpful for a person with very little experience as well as someone with a lot of experience. Humidifier. Again, some of these things I've talked about before in my videos because I love them so much. This is my very favorite humidifier. It's by Mist Supply. I'll put a link in the show notes. It's has a huge reservoir, a lot of controls so that you can control how much humidity, moisture comes off of it, and it's wireless. So you can move it, place it anywhere you want to. Totally, 100% recommend this. And then books. Loads of books. Books are always a fun option. You can get them secondhand as well. I will put a list of my favorite ones in the show notes, but if you know the person has a particular interest in a certain type of plant, you can specialize in that way. If someone is brand new, you can give a book, something like this, The New Plant Parent. This one is I found to be super useful. And also, as far as books go, a nice idea would be a notebook, a fancy notebook, so that they could start taking notes on some of their plants. Now, I haven't done a great job with it, but I do like keeping track, and any number of notebooks would be fun and useful for that purpose. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I gave you some great ideas for gifts for the plant lover in your life. If you have any other ideas, leave a comment below. Until next week, keep growing.